One chilly winter morning, I opened my front door to grab the newspaper and was stunned by what I saw. My 5-year-old grandson, Liam, was curled up in my yard, trembling in the freezing cold. I hurriedly brought him inside and warmed him up. "Where are your parents?" I asked. "They went to Hawaii with my sister. They said I'd be too much trouble," he replied, his voice faint. As soon as Liam stopped shivering, his words hit me like a punch. Why hadn't they taken him along? How could they think so little of their own son? Furious at their heartless behavior, I swore to make my son and daughter-in-law face the consequences. I'm Margaret, 58, still working as a nurse. After losing my husband to illness years ago, I raised my only son, Ethan, alone. I worked tirelessly to give him a good life, ensuring he never felt lacking. My demanding job meant I wasn't always there, so I made up for it by spoiling him with everything he wanted. Perhaps because of this, Ethan grew up a bit entitled and self-absorbed, which concerned me. 6 years ago, he married and became a father to Liam, 5, and Emma, 4. His wife, Laura, though a bit extravagant, seemed to click with Ethan. Their 2 children were my greatest joy. Living just 10 minutes away, I chose to support them without being too intrusive. Our relationship was solid, with just the right balance. As a nurse with decent savings, I often gave generous gifts for special occasions. At times, I felt they took advantage of my generosity, but I let it slide, knowing how costly raising kids can be. However, one thing always troubled me: the way they treated Liam and Emma differently. Laura, who had always wanted a daughter, clearly favored Emma. She enrolled Emma in dance, piano, and Spanish classes, constantly praising her. "Emma, you're so gifted," she'd say in front of Liam, ignoring his feelings. Liam, who became obsessed with soccer after watching the World Cup, desperately wanted to join a team. "Hey, Laura, why not let Liam try soccer? He's really interested," I suggested. "No way. It'd be a waste of time and money," she snapped. Frustrated, I brought it up with Ethan. "Why not let Liam do something too? I can help pay." "He's not cut out for it," Ethan dismissed. I offered to fund Liam's activities, but they refused, claiming he wasn't capable. Yet Liam was bright, spoke early, and loved sketching. His drawings were so impressive that even my younger coworkers admired them. "Look at Liam's artwork, my colleagues love it," I said proudly. "It's probably nothing special, drawing's pointless anyway," they scoffed, barely glancing at his work. Emma always wore adorable outfits, while Liam was stuck in worn, oversized clothes. "Emma has so many clothes, how about new ones for Liam?" I asked. "Boys' clothes are boring, girls are more fun," Laura replied. Having thought similarly while raising Ethan, I didn't push further. Both grandchildren were dear to me. I tried to treat them equally, but since Ethan and Laura favored Emma, I gave Liam extra attention. He grew close to me, often staying at my house alone. "Emma, want to stay at Grandma's too?" I asked. Emma nodded eagerly, but Laura quickly intervened. "No, Emma can't. What if something happened to her?" Though the siblings were close, Laura and Ethan never let Emma stay over. One day, while visiting their home, Ethan remarked, "Raising kids is so expensive, huh?" "You'll manage," I said. "By the way, I've been saving for Liam and Emma." I'd been setting aside money for my grandchildren since their births, planning to give it to them later. I hadn't meant to mention it, not wanting them to rely on it, but Ethan's comment slipped it out. His eyes gleamed. "Really? Can you give me Liam's share now?" "It's for the kids, not now," I said. "Come on, we need it," he pressed. Reluctantly, I gave him a debit card with a limited balance. "This card only spends what's in the account," I explained, hoping it would help Liam. I never imagined this card would lead to greater harm. That winter morning, when I found Liam shivering outside, I was speechless. "Please let me in," he whispered, his lips blue. I rushed him inside, cranked up the heater, wrapped him in blankets, and gave him hot cocoa. Slowly, he warmed up. "Where are your parents?" "They went to Hawaii with Emma," he said. "They left 3 days ago. I ate all the bread they left, but it ran out, so I came here." "You've been alone this whole time," I was horrified. Liam had been left in a cold house with barely any food. I made him breakfast, which he devoured, saying how tasty it was. "You should have come here sooner," I said. "They told me not to bother you. I'm sorry, Grandma," he replied. Furious at their cruelty, I decided Liam would stay with me. I took him to the hospital to ensure he was okay. He was weak but not in serious danger. Still, I couldn't forgive Ethan and Laura. Determined to protect Liam, I took a week off work to stay with him and investigate. Then I wondered, how could they afford Hawaii? Checking the debit card's account, I saw $10,000 was gone. Convinced they'd used Liam's savings for their trip, I withdrew the remaining funds to stop them. Determined to gain custody of Liam, I consulted a lawyer. 2 days later, Ethan called, livid. "The card's not working. What's going on?" "I needed the money, so I took it back," I said calmly. "You can save more later," he grumbled but hung up. 3 days later, Ethan and Laura returned. Noticing Liam was gone, Ethan called me. I explained I was caring for him and arranged to meet at their house. I brought a lawyer, Thomas, with me. In their living room, they glared at us. "Who's this?" they demanded. "Why did you leave Liam alone for a trip?" I shot back. They smirked, unapologetic. "You emptied his account so we couldn't shop or dine out. You ruined our vacation," they blamed me. "You used Liam's money for your trip. He's 5 and you abandoned him," I said, appalled. "He's a handful." "Sophie's enough," they replied coldly. "I never wanted a son. Girls are better," Laura added. Thomas spoke up. "I'm a lawyer. Your actions show clear neglect." I'd consulted Thomas to adopt Liam legally. "I'm taking custody of Liam," I declared. They shrugged. "Fine, take him," they said, uncaring. "Adopting a child under 15 needs parental consent. Will you agree?" Thomas asked. They nodded, grinning. "Good riddance." "Now we can focus on Emma," they said. "Children aren't objects. You're forcing Emma into your mold," I snapped. "Shut up," Ethan barked. "I've recorded everything and will report you to child services," I warned. "Do it," Laura sneered. Then I mentioned Emma. "We need to hear Emma's wishes. I don't trust you with her either." Their confidence faltered. "Emma loves us. She'd never leave," they insisted. "Really? She told me she hates dance and singing lessons." "Are you forcing her?" I asked. They looked uneasy. Then I shared big news. "Liam's drawing, which you mocked, won first place in a contest with a $3,000 prize." They were stunned. "No way," they stammered. A coworker had entered Liam's art in a competition, and he'd won. "His other drawings are online and people want to buy them," I added, smiling at their shock. Suddenly, they backtracked. "Liam's our son. We should raise him," they said. "The paperwork's done," Thomas reminded them. They argued, blaming each other for abandoning Liam. "Enough. Liam's precious and I'm done supporting you," I said. They begged me to reconsider, but then the doorbell rang. "Police," a voice called. "Your ride's here," I said. "What? Why?" They panicked. "You left a child alone for days," I replied. "Ethan, you're no longer my son," I said, walking away with Thomas. "I adopted Liam, and Emma chose to live with us, saying, 'I want to be with Liam and Grandma.'" The three of us began a new life. I demanded $30,000 from Ethan and Laura for emotional distress and misused funds. They were released from custody, but lost their jobs and later divorced amid constant fighting. They're likely alone now, but my grandchildren and I have moved on. Liam thrives, drawing happily, and Emma is joyful and free. Watching them grow is my purpose, and I'll keep working hard for them.